Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. This is What If Deku has Lord Sherman's powers, part 12, I believe. I think it's 12. If not, I'll fix it. Like I said in previous parts, if I forget the number. So, Izuku gets up as he shakes up Arie. He's like, little sis, it's time to get up. As she yawns, and he's dressing like he gets Arie some clothes. He's like, all right, no, go get dressed. No, I'll wait outside. Wait outside the room as Arie gets dressed. As she's holding onto Izuku's fingers as they're walking down the stairs. Oh, I see you're awake, sweetheart. As Kagura rushes over there and greets Izuku and her new daughter, Arie, and she ruffles her hair. It's like, all right, time to eat some breakfast. As he sits down as Arie jumps onto his lap. As Kagura laughs, and Inka rolls her eyes. It's like, Jesus. It's like it's like she gave up on that. So Izuku grabs the tray that's like next to him that has the plate that has Arie's food as he sits at the front of him so she could eat. So she's eating her pancakes, and Izuku's eating like fruit or something healthy. As Kagura is like, so are you ready for school? As Arie's like, you're leaving? And she pouts again, and Izuku, ruffles with her. It's alright, little sis. I'll be back. And, Kagura and, Inka's like, well, you'll be seeing him later on today. She's like, I get to see Izuku at school. I get to see Izuku, like, brother at school. And she's getting all excited because what I have planned. So, yes, they get done eating breakfast. He spends the rest of the morning with his little sister, Arie, as they're playing. And she's like, come, sister, let me show you to, your room. She's like, I have my own room? And, it's like it's all set up, and, it's all nice, and she has a lot of toys and all that, what a kid would want. Let's just say because of her horn, there's a lot of unicorn stuff. She's like, look, brother, it's like me. And, Izuku, like, yeah, that it is. He's like, all right, I'll see you later. He's like, and she, like, rushes over there and hugs him the back of his leg. He's like, I want a hug. And, he picks her up and hugs her as, she wraps her arms around him. He's like, I'll miss you. That little cute moment happens. He's like, all right, I'll have to get going. As, he gets to school. As, Shoto, we'll cut this, female Shoto and, Momo. She's like, are you serious? You're dating Izuku now? As all the girls see that, you're like, yeah, that it kind of happened, Momo. As we spend time together, we kind of develop attachment to each other. And Momo's laughing. It's like, I knew it. And Shoto's like, what? It's like, I know you had a thing for Izuku. At first, I wasn't sure, but after spending time, how you act when he went missing, as all the kids, the kids know, like the rest of the students know that Izuku was kind of kidnapped. Because that's if the um, if the third number hero son got kidnapped, that would be over the news. I would think, unless the UA kept the hush hush. Let's just say UA kept it hush hush, so no one knew about it. Besides the number two hero and number three, you're like, what do you mean? Mina's like, what do you mean he was kidnapped? And she's like, shh, I can't talk about that. We weren't that long. No, you should have not known. But and he's back, so nothing to worry about. As she goes off, and I think Bakugo is the guy in this one. I'm not totally sure, but if I made him a girl, he's a guy. So because I didn't make Bakugo a girl in that early on into my What If series. So he's definitely a guy. So he scoffs. He's like loser got freaking kidnapped. Pathetic. We continue our story. As Izuku, walks through the door, as Momo, not Momo, sorry, Shoto goes over to him and grabs his hand. He's like, come on, Izuku, you're sitting by me. So, he sits right next, so he's between Momo and Shoto. As, Momo's making fun of Izuku a little bit. He's like, so, you got yourself a girlfriend now, do you? As, he has a serious face and he's kind of getting annoyed. He's like, yeah, I guess. He's like, she's like, I guess. And she's just playing with him. As, they go to lunch and they're sitting down. Shoto's not in the lunchroom. She has something to do. She had to talk to her father about something. So she's on the phone outside the lunchroom. As I think his name was Monoma, the copy court guy. Yeah, because Shinzo is the mind wipe, the mind control. So yeah, it's a Monoma. As Monoma, sees Class 1A, and it's like, oh, bunch of freaking, they think they're better than us. As he grabs one of the empty trays that's on the table, as he's about to smack the back of Midoriya. As Midoriya notices that, as he has his hands in a stabbing motion, as he peers right through the, he turns around, peers right through the tray. Before he hits his neck, he grabs him by his neck, picks him up, and throws him into the wall. As all the kids, everyone notices that. And he's like, I don't know what your deal, maggot, but apparently you need to learn your place. Allow me to teach you. As, he gets up and goes in for a punch. As he freaking kicks him back into the wall as he has his foot on his throat. You need to learn your place. Apparently, no one taught you that. As, Shinzo's about to, he's trying to interfere as he's going for a punch back of the head. As Izuku uses energy whip around his neck and throws him across the other side of the room. He's like, wait your turn. As he grabs Monoma by the neck, he's against the wall as he's shocking him with his electricity. He's able to shock people by hand-to-hand contact, but he can't, throw out blast them, electric blast. He can only use constructs like in previous parts. So I'm just giving a taser mode on it. So, Momo's screaming as, Izuku's shocking the shit out of him. As, Shoto's like, Izuku, stop. As, he sees, Shoto. He's like, damn it, I'm in trouble. As he releases, very well, maggots. You're lucky that, you're lucky my girlfriend saved your ass. Next time, it won't be so lucky. As, Shinzo gets up and tries to, attack Midoriya when his back is turned. Shoto, kicks him in the freaking stomach as he goes flying against the wall. As she needs him in the head. It's like, you're lucky I was here, or, Izuku would have hurt you a lot more worse. Don't you ever attack Izuku again. As she walks off and grabs Izuku's hand, as Bakugo's like, people call me violent. That little joke happens. So, as she talks sometimes like, you really need to stop doing that. You're not making no friends. And Izuku's like, I don't really need no other friends. As long as I have one other friend besides you. And she's like, really, who? I consider her, the Momo girlfriend. We're getting along more better. And she's laughing, like, that you are. As she hugs, she has her arms wrapped around his shoulder as she kisses him on the cheek. He's like, come on, let's go back to class. As that one of the kids, want to start more shit. As he's like, you're like a little punk. It's like, you got lucky. It's like, you're going down, Class 1A, especially you. Freaking, I don't know what he would call him, because Izuku kind of looks like, let's say he calls him an elf, because, he has the ears. He's like, especially you, elf. As you know, you like, really? He's like, what did you call me? Oh, maggot, weakling. As you know, he's about to grab Izuku as Shoto uses her eyes to freeze Momo's hands. And she's like, what did I tell you? As you know, Kinto's like, all right, that's enough. And Kinto's getting upset because, like, before she could do anything, anymore, Shoto's like, you need to keep your little friend, on a leash. Next time, next time this happens, I won't be able. Next time this happens, I might not be around to stop Izuku. So as she grabs Izuku, she's like, come on, let's go to class. As they go, not Kagura, Inko, I think it's a sports festival time. So this is what this is what I'm doing. Because I think it's a sports festival. I think it's the teacher versus villain, then Stain arc. Then I think it's the training arc with the League of Villains. So we'll go that way. If I'm not right, I guess I'll just need to, rewatch that part of the anime. So if I get the order wrong, my bad. So we'll continue. They're explaining, and she explains that they'll be doing the sports festival today. So they're all excited, and they all got their hero names. So I'm don't know what I named Izuku hero name, but I don't really care at the moment. So as Kagura, walks in through the classroom, as Inko's teaching. I don't know if Exawa was a part of this. I don't think he was. So I think I replaced Exawa with Inko. So yeah, I think I did. I haven't done a new episode of this series, so it's been a little bit long. So especially there's like freaking so many episodes. So let's continue. As Arie sees brother, and she rushes over there and jumps into his arms. Like, brother, I missed you. As everyone was shocked. Even Momo doesn't know about Arie, but Shoto does. She's like, hey, little sister. As all the girls, see Izuku in a different light. They've never seen him like kind to anyone. Like, he's always been standoffish, very confrontational about everyone. The only person he's been somewhat nice is Shoto, but he's totally like a nice one when it comes to Arie. He's like, I missed you, brother. He's like, I miss you too, little sis. No, can I sit with you? And she's like, Kagura's like looking at Inko. It's like, fine, just keep quiet. Yes, mother. As she's kicking her legs, sitting on Izuku's lap. As Momo's like, I didn't know Izuku had a sister. Yeah, it's a long story, Momo. As everyone's seeing Izuku, like especially girls see Izuku in a different light, and Baku's scoffing. It's like, whatever, he doesn't want to admit it, but he thinks that Arie's adorable too. So because he's like secretly loves romance novels. So he might act like an asshole, but he has a somewhat soft spot. So as that continues, I was like, today we're doing a sports festival. We'll be leaving in about an hour or two. I don't know how that starts because it's been a while since I've seen an anime. Let's see, how did they do it? So Arie's with Izuku as they get ready for the sports festival. I'm trying to think what happened. Like, was there like the race? Yeah. So everyone gets ready for the race. Sports festival time. This is the first what if that I've got to the sports festival. I just realized that like every time I get to a certain point, I get a really good idea, then I just do another what if. So I'm stopping that, I'm fixing that. So I'll stop to the overhaul before I get to the overhaul arc. So I'll stop all my what ifs right after the All Might and One for All fight. So let's continue. As everyone's like, oh no, because he needs a speech. My bad. I totally forgot about that. The speech. So, Class 1A and Class 1B is in there, in the stands, like in the group on the field. It's like, midnight starts the sports festival. As, you see, we'll cut to Shigaraki and all his group. It's like, huh. As, it's a League of Villains with, I'm just saying, the, the Vanguard Action Squad is already formed. So, they're like, who's that? He's like, who's that sitting on the podium? And he's like, damn bastard. I want him dead. As it was like, so what's wrong with Handjob over there? And Shigaraki looks at her like an evil look. He's like, my bad. Did I hit a nerve? I know in canon they don't like show up until after the Stain arc, but I'm just saying they came in early. So and I thought that, and he's like, Izuku is the top dog. So he goes in for his speech. He's like, I'm gonna make this short and simple. I'm Izuku Midoriya. You're all gonna lose. As you could try, you want, the outcome's gonna still be the same. As he drops the mic and he walks off and, Monoma's to open his stupid mouth. He's like, you think you're better than us? You're freaking elf. And Izuku grabs back the mic up, and it's like, your name is Monoma, was it? I suggest, girl with, Kendo. I believe your name was Kendo. I suggest you keep your dog on. I suggest you muzzle your dog before I put him down. As he walks off, and Monoma's trying to rush over there, and, Kendo, is holding him back. Everyone's pissed, because, sorry. Everyone's booing him because, he just declared he's going to win, and it's not, and even Class 1A is like, and Shoto's shaking her head. She's like, God damn it, Izuku. Do you really have to do this now? He's like, he's already a target. Now he's going to have even more of a target now. He's like, that's my movie, tell Shoto, it's his lovely personality. I expect something like that. I expect something worse, actually. And, we'll cut to Arie, and she's like, Mommy, why did Big Brother say that? And, Kagura was like, don't worry. Big Brother, likes to mess around. It's like, alright. He's like, but it was mean, though. He's like, I know. Don't worry, your brother's he's nice. This is a competition. So he's going to be fighting them eventually. So he's like, alright. As, Professor Mike and Iko's like talking. So that's a very confident young man. It's like, yeah, he should be. He's my son. And she's like, oh yeah, I think I remember you had a son. It's like, yeah, that's my baby boy. Very proud of him. How far he has come. And she's like, as President Mike, gets it out the personality set. He's like, oh, I should have expected that because they're similar. So because they look alike. Because the whole white hair and the moon on the face with the marks. I know. Lord Sesshomaru's mother has her marks differ between him, but let's say they look alike. So as they begin the race, as Arie's like, they're doing the race. This is gonna be fun. As she's swinging her legs back and forth when she's on Kagura's lap in the stands. They get like a VIP seat, so maybe they're in the in the room with the whatever. Okay, let's continue. My brain's going mile a minute right now, so I just woke up from my nap. So let's continue. As everyone get ready for the race, Shoto, is about to, Shoto, as soon as they say go, Izuku runs right past everyone. He's faster than I would think. Yeah, he would be faster than Ida because demons are pretty fast. I know he's not a demon, but he has the powers of a demon. So his little engine legs won't do shit. So Izuku, washes past Shoto as Shoto uses her freeze the injury away, and she smiles and she's like, I seen you, seen you bypass my little present. And she's like, Izuku's like, yeah, sure, Shoto. It's like, careful now. As he grabs Shoto, carried her, and jumps off past the robots. As Shoto destroys a couple of them. They're like, I think they're 3-pointers. As they go after, she jumps off him, and does the whole running thing, and Shoto and them are neck to neck. I mean, Easy could probably go faster, but he doesn't want to, he's just having fun. So as they're racing, they get to what you call what is it called? The cliff with the rope. As Shoto, does her little ice bridge, and Izuku was ahead of her now, so he's already, he just blitzed that pretty fast, so let's say he just runs atop the rope like super speed because, I just want to make him badass, so he doesn't climb the rope, he just runs on top of it, and Professor Mike, whoa, how can you do that? And, she's like, reflex, I guess, as she's smiling. And she's like, yeah, speaking of your son, are those two dating? And Ika's like, yeah, yeah, pretty much. As, interesting. So how does that work between you and Dever? And, especially how, your history with the Dever, when we were back in school, he has, he covered the mic up so no one could hear this. He's like, I don't want to talk about that. Soundwave. As, she calls him Soundwave. She's like, that's not nice. He's like, whenever you know me not to be nice, I'm always mean. And so, she's like, Demon Empress, you're such a pain in my ass. He's like, whatever, do your job. Let's continue what you're supposed to be doing. He's like, very well. So as he goes through there. When he gets to the landmines, Izuku, I don't know how he would do this. He doesn't fly. Let's just say he runs past them, as they are going off, but he's going so fast that the shockwave's not affecting him. As Bakugo comes in, right when Shoto and Bakugo are head to head, as the landmines explode, as they're getting into it. And it's just like Bakugo's like, damn it. As he gets flying back, and Shoto maneuvers around a couple of them, use her eyes to slide over it. So she's not going to get damaged whatsoever. I'm not doing what he did in canon, so because he doesn't really need to grab a metal piece and do that whole surfing thing. So, oh my bad. As Izuku gets first place. As Shoto and Bakugo are going head to head. Everyone else gets their original position. As Shoto blasts Bakugo with her fire. No, Shoto uses her fire to burst through. So she's tired of using her eyes right now. So she's going to go for who did I? Oh no, I totally forgot. My bad. She goes. I guess she'd use full cowling. It would be like a flame cowling, I guess, because she has All Might's quirk. So as she bliss Bakugo, getting second place, and Bakugo getting third, he's upset because he thinks he should have been first. As Midnight says, the winner Izuku Midoriya, second place Shoto Todoroki, and third place Bakugo Koshi. As she explains the point system, as everyone looks at Izuku, except for Shoto, as she stands by him. Like, I think it's like 10 million points. Let's just say it's 10 million points. As, everyone gets their own team to the, what is it called? I hate that part of the anime. The whole, I forget what they called it. Well, anyways, that happens. Let's see who has to team up. I'm thinking Shoto and Izuku would team up. And let's say Momo, because I can. And because she would take Dark Shadow's place. I forget his name. Tokiyami or something like that. And Mei Hasumi goes in for, ask to join their team. I wouldn't think he would use any of her babies because I have a plan for this. Sorry, but my memory's about to die, I think. Whatever, I'll think about that later. And Shoto and Mom was like, what are we going to do? It may help me. I have my, babies. And, Izuku's like, no need. As he goes into stage 2, as a bright light goes everywhere. He doesn't pay attention to all the, stares, because, like in Canon, Izuku was kind of scared because everyone saw he was no threat. As he transforms stage 2, and President like, whoa, what the hell is that? When can your family do that? And, Inko's like, well, that's up in our what the males of my family could do. It hasn't been seen in a long time. Quite interesting. He's getting quite good at it. As Shoto's not scared because she's seen it. Momo was like a little bit freaked out. It's like, when can he do that? And Shoto's like, that's something new. Let's say. And Arie's like, big brother's big. He turned into a wolf. As as Kagura's like, that he did. She's like, I like that form. I like writing it. As all the other teachers that in VIP spot noticed that. You are Miss Kagura, right? No, All Might. Like, you're Miss Kagura, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm Kagura. I am Inko's wife. Oh, it's very nice to meet you. Your wife has mentioned your name several times when we have, a civil conversation. As she's laughing like, yeah, sorry about that, Mr. All Might. My wife tends to be very headstrong. That's what kind of, that's what attracted me to her in the first place. So, I was like laughing, like nervously. So, it seems like your son and the young Shoto are quite close. I'm like, yeah, they've, been dating a little bit, and, Endeavor, he's okay with it because, Izuku's strong. So, he wants to see his daughter win. So, he's like, it doesn't matter to dating. My daughter's still going to win. She's going to show your family that she's superior. And, Arie gives him a pouty face. He's like, that's not very nice. You're mean. And, Endeavor took him back by this. I'm not sure if I made him an asshole or not. Let's say he doesn't do anything because, it's a little girl. So he's like, whatever, kid. He walks off. As he smiles, she's like, cute kid. As, he walks off. And All Might laughs because he saw the smirk. He's like, all right, enough about me adding stuff in as they get to, the mock battles. As, they're all in the, in their little backstage area for the waiting for the mock battles. As Kagura and Arie, brother, I saw what you did. That was fun. As all the class they sees this reaction. Hey, little sis. As he picks her up. So, did you have fun so far? He's like, yeah. I love it when you yeah, I'm skipping that whole second part of the thing because he just moves around a lot and maneuvers around everyone. So what? So that wasn't like not very interesting. He might have zapped a couple people with some electricity spears. So that's not important. What I really want to get into is the mock battles. That's the fun part because that whole I didn't like the whole team up thing. I thought it was stupid, but not the jousting. What did they call it? Oh well, screw it. We're gonna go to the mock battles, and we're gonna cut back to where we left. I was like, that was fun. I like it when you like turn into that big wolf. As Harry just has her eyes glued to Izuku, sparkling of interest. Shoto sees that, and she's like, "Hello, Arie. It's like to you." As she pouts because she's kind of jealous of Shoto because she's always close to Izuku, and she's like, "Don't worry, don't worry, Arie. I'm not gonna take your brother away." And it's like better, better not. As she rushes off to go to Kagura. As Kagura holds her, it's like, Vera, hope you guys, hope you do well. It's like, destroy them, son. As all the other kids knows that. It's like, very well, mother. As that brought up, they're like, so how does that exactly work? Bako speaks up, having two mothers, and who's your father? And sorry, that's the family secret. As he walks off, and Shoto, it's like as everyone's trying to get information out of Shoto, he's like, I'm not talking. As she walks off, and we're going to don't know if Endeavor, like in canon, shows up during the dirt. No, it's not. He shows up to Izuku till they fight. So let's continue. So we get to the first. We get what his name is. Shinzo. Yeah, it's Shinzo. And as they get into their first fight, as Izuku gets to a fighting stance, as Shinzo's trying to talk shit. He's trying to use his quirk, talking shit. It's like, so you're doing that Todoroki bitch. Bet you she's nothing but a whore. And Izuku's getting upset, and Shoto's getting very upset. Even Endeavor, he's like, I hope that Izuku kid beats the living crap out of him. And Shoto's like, you approving of you cheering for my boyfriend, are you now? And Endeavor's like, whatever, daughter. And he's like walks off, and Izuku's not gonna take that kind of lay down. So as Shinzo rushes him, as he grabs his fist and elbows him in the face, kicks him in the ribs as he goes flying out of the arena. As he loses because he's weak. His quirk is awesome, but no physical strength. He's not gonna do very much. As Izuku goes over to Shinzo, puts his foot on his throat. He's like, with all that power, you're weak, pathetic. It's like, what you mean? You have an awesome quirk. You have a very powerful quirk, but you don't train your body. That's why it's pathetic. I suggest you work on that. Then come challenge me again. Then you might actually pose a threat. As he walks off, as Kendo's like gets over there. Are you alright? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I need to. He's hurt. So now everyone's match goes the same. Bakugo and rest of them. We're gonna skip to I think it was let's just say I'm changing a little bit. Think Shoto and Izuku's fight's gonna be last, and Bakugo and their fight going to be second. So we're going to skip to Bakugo's fight with he beats Oraka the same way. So we go to Bakugo and Izuku fight. as they get ready, as Shoto, before the match, she goes over to Izuku. She's like, kick his ass. And, he's like, yeah, that's a guarantee, Shoto. As she kisses him, it's like, I can't wait for our fight. And Izuku smiles like, I can't wait too. I have proved quite a bit. And it's like, she's like, don't. She grabs his shirt, his Komodo. She's like, you better not hold back. I'll never forgive you. And Izuku's like, whenever you heard me holding back. And she's like, very well. As she kisses him again, and they go off, and Izuku starts his fight. He's like, so you finally showed up, got done kissing your girlfriend now? He's like, prepare to lose. Freaking loser. As, Midoriya's like, bring it on, terrorist. As, I'm not a terrorist. As, oh, you're acting like one. As, Izuku's having fun with this. So, he's like, alright, Firecracker, let's get this match underway. As, 36 minutes. I want to continue. We're going to stop it after the Bakugo fight. Then we're going to, let's continue. I'll figure something out. So, as they begin their match, Bakugo goes for a normal explosion. As Izuku blocks, he just parries that thing, grabs his neck, throws him on the ground and kicks him. As he uses explosions to stop himself from going outside of the ring. As he, wipes his mouth, he's like, bastard, you're gonna die. As, he rushes over there, pulls both his pins, as a big explosion happens. As, there's dust everywhere. It hit Izuku. As he goes flying, and he thinks he won. He loser. As he thinks he won, as the dust, all you see is a bright green. I think it was a bright red light, maybe white. Let's just say it's a bright red light. Everyone's like, what the hell is going on? As everyone noticed that he's in this form again. As he's like, God, it's like, as you hear a row, he's like, like a war. As Buckle's like, what the hell? It's that form again. As Izuku's like, talking in the beast form with glowing green eyes. He's like, you're gonna regret that, Bakugo. As he opens his mouth as a big, like a lightning round circle, like a spear. As it gets bigger and bigger, and Midnight's like a Cementos. Make sure that this doesn't go out of hand. As Bakugo uses his ultimate attack. I forget the name of it, but whatever, I think it's Howler Impact or something like that. But no, as his sweat glands, his full. So whatever. So he's like, bring it on, dog. Mutt. As they go clashing. As Bakugo thinks he's won the power struggle, he gets knocked back a couple feet. As he sees a paw, slams him into the ground. As he's about to blast him again. As he uses his tail to whack him outside of the ring. Because I think it would be kind of to show Bakugo that he's a bitch. And, he's not worth his time. So he transfers back. As Bakugo hits outside of the ring. Implanted into the wall. Because his tail is pretty powerful. So now we're going to cut to... We're going to cut to the locker room after a couple hours. Arie's happy that, her brother won. She sees all that cool lightning. She's like, that was pretty. He's like, that it was, sweetheart. So we're going to cut to Endeavor and Deku. And he's like, kid, Izuku, like Midoriya. Oh, Endeavor, what do you need? Give my daughter a proper fight. Don't hold back. Because she already uses her fire. So, sorry. There's no reason for him to try to get her to use fire, because she's already used fire. So, if I haven't done that, she uses her fire. So, Because I'm not about to watch, rewatch the whole series right now. Because now I'll be, I'll be up pretty late. So he's like, you better not, give my daughter a proper fight. And Izuku's like, I was always planning to endeavor. Your daughter, your daughter would kill me if I hold back even a little bit. It's like, very well. As he walks off, Endeavor smiles. He's like, starting to like the kid. As the match starts, they get into her position, and Shoto's like, "What took you so long?" And she's kind of hurt that it's taking too long. And Izuku's like, I was just having a heart-to-heart talk with your father, and she's like having a suspicious look. He's like, "What you mean?" And she's like, "He just wanted me to go all out. I told him I always go out, and you would kill me if I didn't." And she's like, "Damn right. Let's get this done." As Shoto begins their fight, as she blasts his ice, as Izuku, swipes it away with his hand as it breaks. As Shoto goes in for a fire blast. As Izuku uses, he creates like a lightning construct into a shield. As it's it's blocking it. As she goes in for she used her fire cowling. Instead of lightning, it's like fire all around her. So not like all around her, but let's just say the lightning's like red. Let's just go as red. Because I don't know why it is like lightning, because I don't think it has never had any lightning abilities in the other successors. I didn't think that made sense, but whatever. Let's just go as the cowling is fire red lightning. So as it's sparkling, her hair gets changed a little bit as she bursts right through the shield as she punches Midoriya. As he goes flying, as he wipes his mouth, it's like, this is a lot more fun than I realized. Shoto's smirking. It's like, it's a shame I have to beat that pretty face of yours. As, Izuku's like, so you think I'm pretty now? As, she's like, shut up. He's like, fine, let's have a little bet. As Shoto says, if I win, I get to pick, where we eat tonight. As, for a date. And everyone's, hearing this. It's like, it's like, are they seriously flirting with each other in the middle of a fight? When Professor Mike or whatever was talking to Iko, he's like, yeah, they do that occasionally. It's like, very well, Shoto. If I win, I get to pick the place. And she's like, very well. As they begin their fight, and she's using, one for all, I think it was. Yeah, it's one for all. And she's using, about maybe 40%. Let's say, not 40, let's just say 20%. As, they're clashing, because I'm saying because he has, demons are pretty strong, so, this would make sense to me at least. So as they're clashing the blows, as there's shockwaves, the arena's getting cracked a little bit. As Cemento is about to use his quirk to separate the two. As Inko talks to Midnight, telling him to stop that, let this go on, don't worry. My son won't allow it to get too out of hand. So that happens. As they keep breathing heavily, as they're fighting head to head to toe from each attack, hitting the other, not getting a solid hit because they've trained together. They know each other's movements. And she's like, I'm quite impressed, Midoriya. You've got quite strong. I think it's about time you transform. As, she's like, are you sure, Shoto? Don't blame me if I win. As he's smiling, he's like, don't get cocky. As he goes into the first stage, as he goes in, he's a lot more faster and stronger. As he hits Shoto, as everyone's booing him, it's like, how can he hit a girl? Like, all that stuff. And And Momo's giving them the evil look. And he noticed the booze. And he tells, like, shut up. Don't interfere in my fight. I don't care. This has nothing to do with gender. This is about honor. I'm not going to go easy on her just because she's a girl. As you know, everyone shuts up. You guys, he was yelling that shit. So as in his first stage, as Shoto gets up and kicks him side of the head as he goes flying. He catches himself before he hits outside the ring. As Shoto goes in for a kick, as he flips over her, as he's like, huh, "That's a cheap shot. That's a cheap shot. You can't help a girl for trying." As that goes on, as he's like, "Very well, time for stage 2." As he's going stage 2. She's going for a full powerful blast. As he's going for spears, electric spears, like 4 of them. As he's releases it, as it overpowers goes right through the fire, hits her, and throws her outside the ring. Before she could hit the wall, Izuku blitzed over there and grabs her. Yeah, because she hit the ground already, so she was about to, she was sliding until the wall. So she already lost. So as he rushes over there, grabs her before she hits the wall, as they both hit, the wall, as he protected her. So he's like, as he picks her up, and everyone's still booing, and takes her to the recovery girl. And we're going to probably stop it there because it's almost like 10 minutes. So I hope you guys like this part. You guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right. Until next time.